So there was a project, Star Wars project, that was going to be Steven Soderbergh and Adam Driver, the hunt or search for Kylo Ren. That's what Adam Driver says. And he says that it was Disney who said, no, that doesn't make sense. Apparently Lucasfilm loved it, but Disney said, nah, doesn't make sense. How's he alive? Somehow Kylo Ren did not survive. So we'll talk about that. We got TV picks. We've got some news about Warner Brothers saying they're open to a sale. They want it to happen. And we mentioned Disney before. Man, Disney is reeling from that Tron Ares film. Boy, did that eat a pile of duty. Lost a lot of money. So we'll discuss that and more. As I mentioned, TV picks. I saw the Springsteen movie last night. You know, Roxy's going to be excited to hear about it. I don't know if Roxy saw it yet, but I know she'd want to hear a little bit about it. We share that in common, our love for Springsteen. So that being said, it is the Kristian Harloff Show here today with myself, Roxy Stryer. Yep, him too. Let's get into it. It is the show. It's Tuesday. Hooray. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. It is Kristian Harloff Show here on this Tuesday. Joining me, as always, is Roxy Stryer coming in hot. There she is. And
hi.
Mikkel Kalinowski.
What's up?
Otherwise known as Mikkel Kalinowski.
Tank Man?
Yep, Tank Man indeed. What's up, guys? Roxy, how was your weekend?
Oh my God, I had the greatest weekend. Also, I did see the Bruce Springsteen movie.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay,
because he's my favorite artist, and obviously I went to see the movie. It was the number one movie that I was dying to see. This year.
Did you see it last night, or did you see it recently?
Saw it last night.
You saw it last night. Okay, we'll get into that, I guess, in just a bit. But why was your weekend so wonderful? I love hearing that.
My God, man, I just had a great weekend. It was so fun.
Oh, okay. Well, that works for me.
I just did. I went to Anderson .Paak opened a new club in Los Angeles. I know that sounds crazy that I did that, but it's like a jazz lounge place with live music, and I went dancing, and it was such a blast.
Okay, good. Yeah. The power of youth. So, what about yourself?
You guys know who that is? Do you even know who Anderson .Paak is?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Mike doesn't. But
no. I'm not a musically inclined guy, so don't use that as any gauge.
I won't. I just love dancing, and there's not a lot of places to go out dancing, and like I don't think there's anybody in there under the age of, like, I was probably the youngest person in there, so it was nice to not be surrounded by like children.
Yeah, I like the jazz clubs. I always wanted to find one of those too. But well, good. I'm glad to have you guys here. Well, let's just start with that then, Roxy. We'll start with the Bruce Springsteen movie. I saw it last night as well. My thoughts were the following.
Who was at my screening? Do you know that?
Who?
John Roca.
Oh, nice. Oh, he said he was driving there for it, so that makes sense.
Did he leave to say goodbye? Did he say bye before he left? No. He left.
Did you see him?
I texted him.
Oh.
I saw him beforehand, though.
Probably
wanted to see him in person. I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah, he probably wanted to hit the road, get back on it. It's a hell of a road.
For sure.
It's a long drive. So I enjoyed Jeremy Allen's performance a lot. I think that what I said I think this really is for Springsteen fans in general, because my uncle went with me, who are both fans of Bruce, and it fills in a period of time and answers questions that a lot of Springsteen fans were curious about, because this doesn't what you should not expect from this film. And it has been highly documented that it is not this. It is not the typical biopic of how did he get discovered? How did he get famous? What did he do? Where did he go? How long does it span his entire life? Do you see him in prosthetics as he gets older? No, you do not. It is literally about the Nebraska album, how he came to be, the struggles he was going through when he did this. I liked that journey of it. I think there are definitely going to be people who, it was funny because it kind of paralleled what was going on as an artist. He was blowing up at this point, and they were just waiting for it. And he was literally filming the recording the Born in the USA album at the same time as this one, in the difference of like the studio album versus this acoustic album. and everybody involved was like, what's he doing? And it's like, that's not what I know. I don't know those songs. I don't know that type of Springsteen. And I think that there's going to be some kind of casual fan that feels that way with this movie, because you're going to be, oh, I don't know all those songs. You hear a few songs that you may recognize, but if you get past that, I think it's a good story of Bruce, his relationship that he had with this woman, and how has to battle through it, and and his battle with depression. And I enjoyed it. I wanted to love it, but I enjoyed it because I liked seeing Jeremy Allen White play Bruce. But Roxy, did you love this movie?
What do you think the answer to that is?
I think you loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Well, so I think it's like there's 5 decisions I would have made. Wow, you didn't give yourself the full screen, but you were giving me the full screen. It was really intense. There's 5 decisions I would have made that weren't made. So it's not like this was the movie that I would have put on the screen. But that's what art is. That's why I was excited about this, because while I think so for those of you guys who don't know and aren't diehard Bruce fans, what Kristian just kind of painted the picture of is that this movie is based on a book. So most people knew going into this that are big Bruce fans that this was about the making of his album Nebraska, which is, as you guys know, if you're not big fans, not his most popular album. That's not it's not his album with Born in the USA. It's not his album with Born to Run. It's not his album with Thunder Road. It's not his album with his greatest hits. It's his album that I would say is probably the least talked about amongst casual fans that he put out, that probably Atlantic City would be the biggest hit on the album.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge album of his. So when you're pitching a biopic and you're like, okay, so we're going to make a movie about one of the biggest rock stars of all time, and there hasn't ever been a biopic about his entire life. But instead of doing that, we're going to do about this very specific time period in his life before he became a megastar.
Right.
When he wrote this album that did decently, but is not his most universally loved. It's kind of a strange pitch for a film. If I was in the room when somebody pitched me that that's the Bruce Springsteen movie they were making, I would have been like, there's about 7 other Bruce Springsteen movies that I would have thought that you would pitch me before that. So I was glad to know all that going in, because I very clearly knew which songs were going to be played and which. And then we did get some songs that were a bit of a surprise to me because of, like you said, Kristian, because we are unintentionally writing 2 albums at one time. We kind of get to be behind the decision making of that process of what goes where. And so I thought that, like you mentioned, was so cool as a Bruce fan to be like, oh, that's what happened here. Bruce has been doing press for this too. So obviously he's kind of like
supporting it.
Yeah, supporting it. So that was really cool. But the biggest thing that stood out to me and why I loved the movie is because I'm an artist. And as an artist, I feel like this should be required viewing for agents, managers, publicists, anybody who is in the industry who is of support of an artist, because of the relationship of John Landau and Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, Jeremy Strong was great.
Jeremy Strong was incredible, but he's incredible. And I think he's honestly going to be nominated for an Oscar for this.
He could be.
As is Jeremy Allen White, as he should be, because I'll get to that in a second. But the relationship there, which I don't want to give any spoilers, but we don't see in biopics almost ever.
Right.
In biopics, usually what you see is one man's vision and everybody else trying to stop him.
Right. Or someone taking advantage of him on that side, right?
Using
whatever. Yeah, like the Elvis story.
Right. Exactly. We see it in the most recent Complete Unknown as well. We see it in Bohemian Rhapsody as well. We see it in so many different movies. So it was really, I thought, incredible to show what it's like when you care about people more than product. Yeah. And
they were a team.
What could have happened if you didn't?
True.
So this was a movie about mental health. It reminded me a lot of movies this year are about mental health. It's no surprise to me that coming out of a pandemic and a strike and all of the things that we're dealing with and multiple wars going around the world, that we are very focused on mental health right now as a society. So it just worked for me. I thought Jeremy Allen White's performance was perfect.
Yeah, he was good. I don't know if he's going to get nominated. I don't know if he's going to get nominated though.
There's 0 way he doesn't get nominated.
I don't know.
I would say 0. I don't even just think he should be nominated. I think he should probably win. How are you going to say?
There's no world he wins.
Christian, do you know he did all those tracks?
He did a lot of them, yeah, and I know that they
at the end when they listed them, I was like, "Oh, you're
yeah. No, he was great. He was great. I thought he was. I mean, he was really. I love him. He's really solid.
Wait, why would you? What on earth would leave you to believe that he's not going to be nominated for an Oscar for this?
Because I don't know if the movie's getting that kind of buzz. Do I think that he should be? It's certainly possible.
Oh my God.
You think a definite 100%?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't think that anybody could have nailed Bruce like this. I mean,
that's not. I don't know if I'm gonna have that debate because I think that he was pretty damn good. He's pretty solid. His voice,
like his silhouette looked like the shape of his mouth when he was talking, the vein out of his neck, like
I know, but I think
of his voice, how he would lose his voice after performing. I just thought that it was. I think it's the best performance of his we've seen yet, and I'm a diehard Shameless fan going all the way back before The Bear. So like.
We'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't. I'm just going to tell you that I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get nominated.
I would be shocked.
I will tell you that I hope you're right. I hope you're right, but I feel like he might get overlooked. Mike, you look like you'd rather be talking about anything else.
Yeah, I know. You look so bored with this. So, Mike, do you not love Bruce Springsteen at all? Like, do you have no Bruce ties? Wow.
Don't say anything. Oh, wait, sorry, Mike. What did you say?
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Shut up. I don't know. I like Bruce Springsteen. I like his music, but
yeah,
I haven't seen the movie, so I really can't weigh in on it. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you guys are people that would be more inclined to know about it, if it being good or not, since you're such big fans of his. So yeah, I'll see it.
Yeah, I just think that one of the things is that, and maybe streaming has just tainted my head. I'm going, oh man, this seems like a really great chapter in a streaming series. Like I was like, I would love to see this bit. Not quality wise, Rox. I think quality was right. I mean more so of like, because it's just this contained story, and I was like, oh, you could start with this, and then this could be about 3 or 4 episodes, and you're like, oh, and then you want to see the next one, because, and I think that's to your point, Roxy, how engaging he was, and how it's just I wanted to see more of this stuff, and I
completely agree with you there. There's one moment where we time jump that I was like, oh, we've been building towards this and we're gonna skip
a lot, and there's
okay, not a choice I would have made. You remember Ryan
a couple bits? Yes, I do. But one of the things real quick, Roxy, is that because I think that even when you look at some of the stuff, like there's the song that blew up, they blew up the Chicken Man, earlier, and that was built on an event that actually happened that really disturbed Bruce and the news that he went into. And yes, I know how important his relationship with his father was, and I know that he talked about it in the river and other things too. It wasn't the only driving force behind that album, and it certainly seems like it is in this movie, which is not the case. Like there's a lot of, and Atlantic City wasn't just about him walking around with a kid and this girl he was dating. There were so many other things involved with Atlantic City and other stuff too. They didn't dive deep enough into how deep of an album this was for him. In theory, they showed you the impact and how much it meant to him, but all of the driving forces behind us, like it seemed like he just got things from movies and other things too, and there was more to it. But anyway, that's being nitpicky.
No, I hear you on that. While you feel like we should have focused more on that, and I think that's valid, for the first time in my life, I think we could have spent less time on our love life.
Yeah, right. They repeated a lot of those beats. I agree with you.
Yeah, they were repeated, and also there is a child character that ends up not being like super relevant
at all,
and so we spent a lot of time there. But so it's weird to have loved a movie so much. This is on my top 10 of the year list.
Yeah,
and to think that there's a lot of choices I wouldn't have made, but just while I was watching it, that feeling I felt inside as a Bruce fan was just so exciting. But I took Ryan Nilsson to this, friend of this show, because he's as diehard of a Bruce Springsteen fan as I am, and we've talked about it a million times. Like, we know every song on every album. I've read all, like, just are truly, truly obsessed with him. And he said the exact same thing that you did when we walked out, Kristian, where he was almost like, I kind of wish there was like more of these movies that it was announced that there was going to be more chapters.
Like 3 movies.
Yeah, because I don't actually think that while this was 2 hours, I don't really think it could have been much shorter. But we also couldn't have covered much more.
No, it covered it did the right time. But what I will say is this: is Paul Walter Hauser in everything?
Yeah, he is.
He's in everything. Anyway, we spent a lot of time on Bruce, and I know. Do you guys want to see Bruce Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere? Do you want to check it out? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. I will say this. I will say that my prediction, I haven't even seen the movie yet. I already know who's going to win Best Actor. It ain't going to be Jeremy Allen White. I hope he gets nominated, but there's no world he wins. That's going to go to talking about biopics. That's going to go to Timothée Chalamet. Everyone's talking about this Marty Supreme thing. He's winning this year. If not him, then Leo. I just don't think Jeremy Allen White has a shot, but we'll see. Maybe Roxy's right. We'll check it out. All right, let's get to this topic. Last night, while I was going to see the Bruce movie, PLD, our producer, sent me this article, and he said, "Look at this. This just broke. Check this out." And I saw some putts on wheels saying, "This is gonna be Kristian Harloff's life for the rest of 2025." Suck my balls and write about it in the Maryland Post. I couldn't give a shit about this story, to be honest with you, but I wanted to say, like, let's talk a little bit about it and see what everybody else thinks. Let's see, hold on, where is it? Okay. And this is Adam Driver was doing some press, and he said Adam Driver has revealed that both he and filmmaker Steven Soderbergh spent 2 years developing a script for a Star Wars spin-off film. Speaking with the AP, Adam Driver said the script was called The Hunt for Ben Solo, with events taking place after The Rise of Skywalker. It would have followed Driver's character, Kylo Ren, on a search for redemption. Driver called it handmade, character-driven, and drew comparisons to The Empire Strikes Back. Soderbergh planned out the story with Logan Lucky screenwriter Rebecca Blunt, while his Contagion screenwriter Scott Z. Burns also worked on the script. Driver tells the news outlet, "I always was interested in doing another Star Wars. It had been talked about since 2021. Kathleen Kennedy had reached out. I said, with a great director, great story, I'll be there in a second. I love that character. I love playing with him." Soderbergh and Driver then pitched The Hunt for Ben Solo to Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, and Carrie Beck at Lucasfilm. The group reportedly were all in. However, when they took the script over to Disney, they were shut down. We presented the script to Lucasfilm. They loved the idea. They totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. We took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman. They said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was alive, and that was that. I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I'm sorry the fans won't get to see it. It was one of the coolest effing scripts I'd ever been part of. Okay. I'm going to start with Mike here. You heard the story. Did you hear the story today when we sent it, or did you hear it last night when it broke?
I heard it yesterday. Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
What are your overall thoughts on this?
Soderbergh, Star Wars, that's pretty awesome. Other than that, I don't know. I saw a lot of people online like, "Oh, we could have gotten this, but now we're getting Mandalorian and Grogu." I was like, yeah, that's like so after the fact when people talk like that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, how is he alive? But again, when's the time frame? Where does it take place? I don't know, man. For me, Ben Solo was such a good character originally, and then what he ended up was like, I don't care if I ever see him again. Like love or hate the Acolyte, the Manny Jacinto, was it Manny Jacinto right in that?
Manny Jacinto,
yeah. Like I'd love to see him again in anything. That character, he was so good. Like Ben Solo, what they ended up doing with him, and I don't know, man. You don't kill Han Solo and then get redemption. Right. So I don't know, man.
No, doesn't
like you. Yeah. You said you couldn't care. I was like, I don't care.
Rox,
is that what you said, Kristian? I couldn't tell at the beginning when you were talking to somebody to suck your balls and write about it. Oh. Were you saying you don't care if the story was?
I don't care about this story. I mean, I can
you don't care about the story, like you don't care about this movie. You don't care about.
Well, here's the thing, is that I actually agree with Mike 1,000%. Is it amazing that team that they put together? Soderbergh, that writer, Adam Driver, it's a great team. And it would probably be an interesting movie, but I kind of agree where it's like, well, wait a minute. We just killed this guy. We went all the way through this angle and we're going to bring him back just because we got a cool pitch. I don't know. And the fans really weren't loving those 3 movies that we did. It was probably right in the height of all the hate and everything too. They're like, let's take a break, or whenever they pitched it. And he's like, so I kind of get it. And it's like, and it was, I thought they totally dropped the ball. I was a big advocate for bringing Palpatine back to relate it to the Plagueis story in episode 3 of Did I Ever Tell You a Story of Dark Plagueis the White Guy who cheat death? They're going to tell us how he cheated death. They're going to tell us that whole thing and how he was able to do it. The story of Plagueis, they're going to combine it, and they did a stupid cloning thing, and somehow Palpatine survived. So who's to say they're not going to do that again with this one? And they're trying to move on in general. To answer Mike's question that the fans were asking about Mandalorian and Grogu, we've talked about this in depth. They're doing that because it's a business decision. Instead of spending $140 million on season 4, no, I know you do. Season 4 of a show, they're spending 140 to put it in the theater and try to make some money back on it. So that's why they're doing that. It's Starfighter that, if you want to say, what, we're going to get Starfighter instead of this, I would rather have Starfighter personally. Let's leave those characters behind. I agree with Mike. I don't think they needed to kill off. I don't think they needed to redeem Kylo Ren. They should have stuck with the Trevorrow script in the way that they were going to do there. Let's put this character to bed.
Okay, so I understood 50% of what you were talking about.
Fair.
Those of you guys who don't remember, I'm extremely casual as a Star Wars fan. So this sounds really dope to me because I'm a movie person. So Soderbergh doing a Star Wars movie sounds dope. And I loved Kylo, and Adam Driver is one of my favorite actors of this generation. So when you say people, they wanted to let it rest because the 3 movies were not doing well with, or not talked about well as the fans. Yeah, but like brought home bank.
But decreased each time, decreased in money.
Yeah,
each time.
But still, even though it decreased, they all annihilated at the box office. And that's me. This, I don't know. I feel like this would have made them money, and I feel like this is so up my alley. So it's interesting because every time I'm interested in something, Star Wars fans are not. And they shouldn't be making movies geared towards me. It's probably really smart that they didn't make this. But like when you guys talk about movies, I'm like, or Star Wars movies that you want to see happen, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I could conk out right now. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that's what they should do. Just, I heard this and was like, that's effing dope. Wish we saw that.
I mean, again, I think that if you can try to find a way to get Soderbergh back to do a script, that'd be amazing. But it's the same thing where, and I said to PLD, I said, my problem also is it's still the same management team that's running it. And he's like, well, didn't have a problem with Andor. I was like, Gilroy kind of ran that on his own for the most part. You know, he had obviously Lucasfilm giving him the okay and certain things, so you can't just run rogue, obviously. But as I have said many times over, and people do not believe me, and I don't give 2 shits, Filoni, not a fan of Andor, and you know, maybe is now as far as what it did, but he would have too much involvement in that Soderbergh thing. Kathleen Kennedy, probably same thing, and the movies are very different than the TV show. So I just don't trust this leadership with anything, much less.
I'm sure you're right.
I'm
sure you're right.
But I understand your point of view too. I understand your point of view as well. I think that when it comes to wanting to see, as a casual fan, that character, how are they going to do it with that team involved? I get it. But the other thing I found intriguing, though, this is something that I always was very curious about. I know that the studio has to greenlight budget. I know that they have to greenlight certain things. I didn't realize how much creatively that Disney had on this, because that's not what I'm accustomed to. Certainly, it's like, okay, look, we have this thing that we want to put forward. We like this story. We want to tell this story. Okay, how much is it going to cost? Well, it'll cost this. Can you bring it down to this? That's usually conversations. It's not, well, we don't want to put that out there. I mean, it's like morally and all those other things, but like creatively, to have them say no because we don't want to bring Kylo back. On the production, I'm like, well, that's our creative vision. That's where we want to go with it, because it's our character. You tell us how much we need to do, how much money it needs to be in order to get there. But that inflicts on what I used to think. I used to think that Disney didn't have as much say in the creative, but I guess that they do.
Huh. When it comes to tent poles, I would think that always, like,
notes,
especially our big franchises. No, I mean, we've seen time after time creatively they have huge input with Marvel and DC movies. Studios do.
No, but
what direction they're going in when it ties into a bigger universe.
Sure, but but again, it's a green light. Like it's almost like if they were like, okay, Feige was like, well, we've got this movie now that which is next in our saga, which is whatever it is, Beef Boy, and Beef Boy is crucial to how it ties into this. We need to put Beef Boy up on screen. And Iger's like, well, no. He's like, well, but it's crucial to then get us to here. No, that doesn't happen a lot. Because Ant-Man 2, at least, again, notes how much is going to be casting decisions, things of that nature. Absolutely. Studio asks, inquires, does that all the time. But the creative of it, I'm not sure. But
we fire directors for creative differences all the time.
Sure. But,
so I think that's just the layer that we're not hearing out loud is because we didn't like the direction you were going in with the project.
But again, Rox, a lot of those creative differences have always been creative differences with Lucasfilm, creative differences with, Kathleen Kennedy, creative differences with this. You never really hear they had creative differences with Disney. They had creative differences with Lucas. And but anyway, it would just go run around in circles.
I definitely hear what you're saying. Yeah. I don't necessarily agree, but I hear you.
Yeah. Nonetheless, there is it's out there now. Iger said, nope, don't want to tell that story. No, thank you. We maybe it comes down to we just don't want to invest in it. We don't.
Sounds like it was the right decision based on you guys who are much bigger Star Wars fans than me.
I think so. I think you're going to get people who will be bummed about it, but the other thing is this story will be a story today and no one will give a crap about it in a month from now.
Have you guys seen any diehard Star Wars fans bummed about this?
I mean, just look at the ones that are super positive.
Yeah,
right? I'm sure they look.
Yeah, if you've got Star Wars in your bio somewhere, you were upset about this and you want.
Oh, really?
I think yeah. Especially there are people who love the new trilogy and people like yourself. And people who love the new trilogy that would want to see this.
I'm not a diehard Star Wars person.
Yeah, it's funny though too because I'll tell you, it doesn't matter. Casual fans see, here's the difference though. I think that the people who really, really love the trilogy will be bummed about it and can bring it up. I don't know if you'll ever bring it up again. You're like, that sucks. I would have liked to have seen.
I will
that.
not remember this in 1 week. I won't remember who was involved at all. No.
There you go. Right. See, exactly.
Right.
Roxy, you're coming at it from. You like movies. You like the filmmakers. Why wouldn't you want to see this?
Yeah.
Harloff and I are coming at it from, we're not diehard Star Wars fans, but we've seen the Star Wars that produced during this era. It wouldn't make sense. It doesn't. Why? And then there's the other people.
Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, oh, that I didn't know that. I didn't know that this was.
So you're coming at it from a very just movie lover. I say that a lot. Anytime someone says to me like, "Who asked for this movie?" That is the stupidest fucking thing I ever hear when people say that when a movie's made. Who asked for this? Well, half the movies you got in this world. If Lethal Weapon, like, who asked for this movie? What a buddy cop. Who asked for this? And it's one of the greatest action comedy movies of all time. Like, I can't stand people like that. But like,
what I hate,
Harloff and I are coming into this from just bad mistake after bad decision after bad idea.
The team's in the basement. But here's the thing that I see in the comments again, where I always push back and say, you overuse it. You don't know how it works. Someone said Star Wars is dead. No, it's not. It's in trouble. It's on the ropes. It's not dead. Dead means that no one is interested anymore. Dead means that if
Tron is dead.
Tron's got a good shot of being dead.
I'll tell you this. You guys say that. You say that, but I guarantee there's some Tron thing in the works right now.
You're right.
I said it's close to being dead. It's close, but no.
Okay, let's ask you this. Let me ask you, the two of you guys, this. What franchise or thing do you think is dead? Because I'm telling you, this is Hollywood, and nothing's fucking dead.
Completely dead? I'm with you.
Yeah.
Completely dead.
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I've never used that expression before to describe a movie or TV show. It's not how I talk.
It's usually like in what state of trouble is it in? Right? Because at one point, you could have, and been wrong, said Batman is dead after Batman and Robin. No one wants to see Batman. No one wants to see Batman anymore. Batman is dead.
The DCEU is dead. Like there's franchises that are dead.
Okay. That's a good way to. That's a good way to say it. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, that's a.
But even then,
scary thing to say.
I know. So you're like you're poking the bear this morning.
I think.
Right. Right. But either way, listen. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get back into some stuff because we'll talk about that Tron thing and other things. But the question is, overall, what do you guys make of this story? Do you care? Do you not care? Do you think it would have worked? Do you like the team that was involved? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Slap a little mustard on it.
Mustard.
Exactly. All right, let's get into the next topic. Before we do, I got to tell you, look, again, another true classic sporting here today. I love true classic, and I'm going to tell you about Bubs, both of them. Big fan of both. I fell in love with my wife, and I said, that's it. I'll never fall in love again. Well, that's not true. I fell in love with true classic. I love true classic. You guys know. If you watch my show, you know I love true classic. It is absolutely 100% the best T-shirts, jeans. I wear them everywhere. I mean, I'm obsessed. That's all I asked for my birthday was True Classic. And the guys at True Classic started with a simple mission to bring premium, comfortable clothing to the masses because looking and feeling great shouldn't come with a designer price tag. And boy, oh boy, is that the truth. I agree. People vote with their dollars, and True Classic has sold over 25 million shirts to more than 5 million customers and racking up over 200,000 five-star reviews. No doubt. 100%. The brand isn't just about fabric or fit. It's about helping guys show up every day with confidence and promise. Every time I walk in, whether it's at the gym, I'm going to a screening, if I'm going out somewhere with my wife, I'm wearing True Classic, and I feel great. Their shirts fit where they should. They feel incredible, and they don't break the bank. Truth. You get that tailored look without sacrificing comfort or blowing your budget. I got people last week saying, oh my gosh, you look so good in those shirts. I said, I know. They're great. I've been wearing True Classic for a bit. And you can feel the difference. You can tell the difference the moment you throw one on. It's tailored when you want it. It's relaxed when you need it. There's no bunching, no stiff fabric, no BS. Just a clean, effortless fit that actually works for real life. You know how much I love True Classic. I mean, you've heard me just raving about them. Where do you find them? Easy. Amazon, Target, Costco, Sam's Club, or the easiest way for me, trueclassic.com/Christian, and you try them out for yourself. True Classic. I promise you will thank me. Boy, am I glad that I discovered Bubs Natural. Holy moly. Look, getting older stinks. And you go, oh, I'm all right. I'm taking care of myself. I'm good. One little turn. Ouch. It doesn't matter if it's you're just waking up in the morning. And I've been going to the gym a lot. And yes, it helps your joints, but it also takes it out of your joints. And whether or not it's that, your joints, hell, your hair. If you're losing hair, your nails are breaking, your skin is losing that glow. Aging stinks. But it doesn't have to. So Bubs Naturals Collagen Peptides, it really helps you turn back the clock. So if you didn't know, and you weren't aware, when you're starting right around your mid-20s, your collagen product starts to naturally decline in your body. And that's where Bubs Natural Collagen Peptides, that's where it comes in. So Bubs helps restore collagen levels closer to what your body naturally had in its youth. So your joints feel stronger, your hair and your nails grow healthier, and your skin looks smoother. Collagen is the most abundant protein, and it's often referred to as the glue that holds our bodies together. I love the science behind this stuff. And for me, even since I got it, I'll be honest, like I'm at the gym. I'm like, hey, it's not as achy. My shoulders were killing me beforehand. Not as bad now. My hair looks better. My skin, people tell me how much my skin looks better. I feel like I'm bouncing back faster from workouts. Here's the great thing about Bubs that's different than other collagen products. There's no junk, meaning zero sugars, sweeteners, or fillers. Third-party tested, NSF certified, for sport and Whole30 proved. So you know it's clean and it's trustworthy. It's sustainably sourced from grass-fed, pasture-raised cattle. It mixes seamlessly. It dissolves in coffee, water, or smoothies without taste or clumps. I put it in my water right before I'm going to the gym. Over 100,000 happy customers. It's voted 2024's best collagen by Health.com. Live better longer for a limited time only. Our listeners are going to get 20% off at Bubs Natural. You got to use that code Christian at checkout. Just head to BUBSnaturals.com. Use the code Christian. You're all set. After you sign up, they're going to say, hey, where'd you hear about us? You tell them that Kristian Harloff sent you over there. You support the show. You tell us how good you're feeling afterwards. You don't have to say thank you, but I'll take it. Yeah, you will. You'll say thank you. Bubs Natural, and of course, True Classic. Loving my True Classic shirts. I love my True Classic shirts. Roxy, are you a True Classic fan?
Hell yeah, Christian.
No, seriously. I mean, these are all I've been wearing lately. What do you think?
No, seriously, I really like the way they look on you.
Thank you.
I love all of our sponsors. Do you know what I'm eating right now? Throwback.
What?
Magic Spoon.
Oh, nice.
Everything we talk about, I try.
I know you do.
Then I end up hooked for like years of my life on stuff.
It's the best. Well,
not that they're a sponsor right now, but
I know
I'm just being genuine.
No,
that's how I heard about it. Was from you.
It's the best. Well, all right. Look, we're also, you guys once again battling against Roka today. 71 is what you need. Already.
Just remember, guys,
Yeah.
He didn't say bye to me last night. So
Right.
remember that.
So you can say bye to him if you pass him at 72.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So you have 18 today. Can you do it? I'm not sure. Yeah, people are trying to put examples of what's dead, and everybody's wrong.
Yeah, what are they saying? What are they saying?
Someone said Die Hard's dead. No, wait until with AI and everything else too. Young McClane, everything else too, is not dead.
By the way, I don't think the DCEU is even dead. I think that at some point will come back too. I agree with you.
You never know. Nothing. Now again, life support. I'll give you that. Bad shape. Someone said Spy Kids. There's no world where Spy Kids is dead.
Spy Kids. As long as there is money,
to do another one, he'll do another one.
As long as there is money to be wrung out of that stone,
yeah,
something's not dead.
This is again, people don't understand. Someone writes AI question mark. Come on, I'm
Song
talking
of the South.
20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You don't know. Come on, I'm not talking about today, guy. I'm talking about you don't know. That's the point. Is you can't say anything is dead inside the industry.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like I'm trying to think. Is there though that like something no one would touch?
There is nothing.
Okay, here, let me ask you this. Okay, I'm going to flip this around on you guys. What thing out there do you think should be dead? Because I know what I've got. As far as
Zoolander.
As far as making movies.
Zoolander.
Every franchise is going to try and do TV shows. They're going to try and do different things. I say for me, the film franchise of Indiana Jones should be dead.
And it won't.
Now, I would love to see an animated show. Animated.
Right, but then it won't be dead.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, yeah. So I guess you're right. There is always some way,
there's
always a way. There's that prequel script for Die Hard that has been going around for
forever,
decades.
yeah.
And you someone wants to do that somewhere. If some new up and comer that's like, oh, this is the new Bruce Willis, they're like, oh shit, here we go.
Anyway, so that debate will go on and on and on. Yeah, go ahead, Rox.
When I was with Ryan, he told me that he was walking by an AI film festival.
Wow, Christ almighty.
He went in to see it, and that it was like, it's all, I didn't know that there were this many AI movies out.
I'm telling you,
it was a festival of all AI movies.
Right.
I think that should be dead. AI film festival.
Well, and this is the thing that's going to happen is that our generation is going to stamp against this, say no. The generations, I think millennials, yourself, obviously, I even think Gen Z are going to push against AI. I think what is going to happen eventually, though, is that the younger generations are going to embrace it, whether or not they should or not. I think that they're going to, and eventually,
for sure,
we will all be dead.
Roxy,
go ahead.
It's interesting. Yeah, Roxy, it's interesting. I don't know if you've started seeing stuff like this, but they're called verticals.
Mm-hmm.
They're films that are like 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like to me, that I don't ever want to do anything like that. And if you're a filmmaker of a certain age or older and you're doing those, I mean, I guess our industry sucks right now, so you're trying to find work anywhere. But I saw a film set and they had it set up vertically, and I just like the whole language of cinema and film is horizontal. So, but again, like Harloff said, this is a generational thing. I think there are kids that grow up on their phones that sure you could turn your phone sideways to watch stuff, but they don't anymore. They film themselves like that. So I'm an outdated relic that eventually I'll be one of these Tarantino or Scorsese who's like, no, it only needs to be on cinema, 35 millimeter. Yeah. But my thing just needs to be horizontal.
Our buddy Screwface
John. Look at the way we're taping the show right now. Horizontal.
Yeah, well, our buddy Screwface John is in the comments right now, and he said it's happening now, and it's going to happen before we're dead. I said, yeah, there's a difference. I'm saying that there's going to be they're definitely going to happen. As Roxy said, there's a freaking festival. There's going to be huge pushbacks. You look at Guillermo del Toro the other day, who said he did his speech and then he said F AI at the end of it, right? There's going to be that pushback from these generations. I think eventually the pushback will stop because it's going to be just part of the culture. I think I just think that is now, again, probably for the wrong. I would say for the wrong, but it's going to happen because it's going to be what these people know kind of growing up.
To Mikey's question earlier and to what Kristian just was talking about, I agree that I'm not watching verticals because it's just not what interests me. And when I scroll by one and I see a vertical, I'll put it on for like 15 seconds and be like, these actors are horrible. And I don't mean that meanly. I just mean I think a lot of people who are booking this are people who have never taken a film class, who've never taken, so they don't know what they're doing because they're not trained. So if I actually like the quality of the vertical, I would have no problem watching it. But it's hard for me to get on my high horse about verticals when we have stuff like AI. Like I would so much rather the next generation adapt things to their format than have computers writing entire scripts, which is what's happening right now.
Like Rox, there was this thing. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was a couple of years ago. I think Instagram tried to do it. It was a TV show shot for Instagram, I think. And it was like in segments, but it was like ahead of its time. And I remember they had, I want to say he was a pretty, not a big name star, but he was a well-known actor that he got in this. No, smart ass. But it was interesting because they were trying to use the format of Instagram and the reels and the stories on that. And this was probably about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe before the pandemic. And I was like, that's pretty awesome.
I would do it in a heartbeat. I would have no qualms doing something. If I loved the script and it was being shot vertical, it's not my preference, but I would do it I don't have a problem.
Well, it was Quib. Quib was the site.
Well, it was before Quibi. It was before that. Okay. But it's also like the format doesn't allow you, like, it seems like it's a like small intimate dramas. Like you're not going to be doing an action scene. Like anytime someone clips out on Instagram a scene from an action movie, I'm like, I can't even watch what the hell's going on here.
Yeah,
because you don't see the frame
in horizontal. It just was made for.
It's an interesting topic. It's an interesting debate. It's interesting in general, and I'm curious what you guys think about it. Put your thoughts in there about all this different things about the Dead franchise, the AI of it all. Let us know. Okay, we're going to move on to a few more topics before we get to your questions. And we mentioned Tron eating a big pile of duty. Well, it did. Bad. Real bad. Tron Ares is headed for a $132 million loss. Yikes. That's bad. All right. Disney reportedly headed for a $132 million loss on the recently released Tron Ares film following new details about the film's budget and the box office performance. Deadline reports that the film's net production budget came in ultimately at $220 million, not the $170-180 million figure that was out there, and that's including Canadian tax credits. As of Sunday, the film closed out its second weekend with $103 million worldwide, including a 67% drop-off. As a result, the projections for the film's worldwide seems to be $160 million. The trade estimates that on those numbers, the film will ultimately land on a total of $214.8 million in revenue, with $72.2 million of that being the studio share of the theatrical run, $37.6 in home entertainment, $100 in global television rights. Put that anywhere, Mike. And a further $5 million for the airlines, resulting in $214.8 million. On the cost side, the $220 million budget also has added to its $102.5 million global P&A spend, plus $10.8 in other costs and $14.2 in residuals, bringing the film's cost to $347.5 million. 240, as previously reported, it is expected that Disney intends to put the franchise on ice when it comes to make more big screen outings. Okay, so that's like perfect. That to me goes back to our conversation. We're talking about like things that are dead, and Tron, and Roxy rightfully so said, seems Tron is dead.
It was a joke.
I know, but but that's a good one to pick right now. It's certainly, as they say, it's on ice. But even as Mike mentioned beforehand with the Indiana Jones thing, there was what everybody seems to say is that the best thing that was done with Tron was that animated series that they did. I've never seen it, but I heard it was great. I think that the problem there's a lot of problems with this movie besides the obvious one of too much money on a franchise that didn't even do well on the second movie, and now 15 years later or whatever it was, they bring it back. The other problem was, and I do not think he was I thought he was good in it, Jared Leto. I do. I think he was good in the movie. The problem was he's not a movie star. He's just not. He's not a movie star. He's a really good actor. He's not a movie star. And the majority of his movies, you can look at a lot of movies that he's done that just don't do good. And people don't like the dude. and you gotta have him. And I understand why he was in it. He was a producer of the movie. So, but it was a bad choice to have him as the lead. It was a bad choice. As much as I thought he was good in the movie, I thought the story was pretty stupid. Visually, it's gorgeous. I mean, it is gorgeous visually, but that just ain't enough to get people into the movies and spend money. And that franchise is it's in the shits, Rox.
Yeah, I think it's partially it's definitely what you're saying, Kristian, about Jared Leto. Remember when I said I've never seen somebody need a good publicist as much as Kathleen Kennedy does? That's how I feel about Jared Leto. Like he so desperately needs a PR campaign that he is not going through. He's got to decide to do one of two things. He's either got to decide to be the next Russell Brand and just start his podcast, go super right, and just deal with that audience, or he needs to like really rein it in. Remember, he is a Oscar actor. And start doing some indies and build up like Robert Pattinson style and just stay in that wheelhouse for a while until he gets something and gets the audience behind him again, because people can't stand him and it's everybody.
It's true.
And he is a good actor. So that is it's the weirdest part. There's all these rumors around him, right? Like, does he have a sex cult? And it's like, I don't even know what I'm talking about when I say that. I just
That's hilarious.
Because I have no idea. I've just heard so many people like he does this, and I'm like, I literally don't actually know anything about this man,
right?
Other than people he used condoms to Margot Robbie, he sent a dead rat to somebody. It's like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? And why do I know any of that stuff? And I don't even really know any of that stuff. So I just think he really desperately needs to change tactics. However, even if this movie starred somebody that we loved, I still don't know that this would have made money, because I feel like people, when Mike was making fun of earlier, who asked for this, I'm not going to say who asked for this, but I don't know people who were clamoring for this movie at all. And then I don't feel like the marketing got people clamoring more. So I don't know if this had, who's the most popular person right now? Like if this had Jeremy Allen White, whoever, like some young hot star at the lead, would that make up $132 million difference?
No, it would. It's and look, they were also, Mike, I think, missing they went away from the Kaczynski storyline, which he set up, and even though it didn't crush, it's still completely. Not only did you just completely go right-hand turn and get away from it, even though you're setting up, no, we're going to bring him back in the fourth one. It's like too late, Jagoff. But when it comes to, and then Jeff Bridges is in it for like 2 seconds just to tie it together. So there was a lot wrong with it for sure. Did you see it, Mike?
I didn't. Nope.
Okay. And no interest to.
Probably won't. I did see the second one. I think I saw it once. Like,
okay.
It's again, I think this is a good example of the whole thing we're talking about all day today, where it was that franchise wasn't dead. It was on life support. And someone decided to go, this is going to be what's going to bring it back. Like, I get it, but you make this movie for $30-40 million then. You don't make it for, if their budget was more than the last one. Small. Okay. Right. All right. If
no.
Budget.
No. It was no, I agree with you. It was not small. Should have been small.
That's what I'm saying. It made $110 million. So if you had made this for $30 million, you're like,
right.
It's like, the old, I know, it's like Ballerina. That movie, like Ballerina.
Here's the thing, though. The sexy thing about this movie is the visuals. Thing. Yeah, the visuals.
It is.
And
it's the way it looks.
Yeah, you got to
the way
pay
it
for
looks.
That.
And
I know, man.
You just cannot make that movie for $30 million. You just can't.
Okay, I get it.
Something that I don't have understanding or awareness of, and it really only put it on my map when we saw Warner Brothers cancel the Batgirl movie.
Yeah.
Is it possible that this is a good business decision and they're using the entire thing as a tax write-off and they were like, we don't really care how much money this loses?
No, because they released it.
So even if they release it and it's in a deficit, they can't use it as a tax write-off?
No. You have to
can the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the whole reason behind it. They just got to scrap the whole entire thing. You'll never see
I thought an L was an L and that you could use that towards your taxes.
Yeah, no, because there's because there's no.
I believe you. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, that's what they tried to do with Acme, the Acme movie too, but they wound up selling it. Anyway,
so much money to lose. I mean, a lot of movies cost $132 million. Like they could have put out two more. They put out two $70 million, $65 million movies.
You know, what's funny though too is I was going to say, because there's always that conversation at one point of the year, or beginning of the year, of who won the previous year out of the studios, right? And Warner Brothers is just crushing this year and having so many wins. And I was like, well, Disney's losing it. At first, I said Disney's losing this money. They're going to be in trouble. I was like, oh no, wait, Avatar comes out in December. Avatar's going to win the whole damn thing for them with one run. Right. Like
not
just
wrong.
No, just and Zootopia. They've had Zootopia, and those two movies alone. Any money that's I think that's the thing though with this movie.
But Zootopia is Disney Animation.
Yeah, or yeah, it's Disney, not Pixar. So when you look at Disney, when you look at this story, if this was Universal, right, or Paramount, you'd be like, oh, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. And Paramount, I guess not now. They have money coming out of their assholes, but beforehand. And you look at it and you go, they're in trouble because they got nothing else. Disney was like, yeah, we lost that, but Avatar's coming out. Like Avatar is going to make.
Speaking of like money. Paramount, and then Paramount wanted to buy.
We're going to talk about that. Let's hold that because that's our next story.
Okay, all right.
So then I'll start with this, or end with this rather. What do you guys make of the Tron Ares story? Did you see the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you surprised that it ate a pile of duty? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right. Well, while Mike bangs on pots and pans in the background, we will bring up the story that he just alluded to. And that is, again, this sale of Warner Brothers Discovery. Is it going to happen? Well, they're open to it. They're definitely open to it. That means it's going to happen, in my opinion, if they're open to it and talking about it openly. But that's hilarious, that picture from Dark Horizons. The board of directors at Warner Brothers Discovery has finally acknowledged a potential sale of the company as they've initiated a review of strategic alternatives to maximize shareholder value. The wording comes from a press release issued this morning in which the board revealed it has received unsolicited interest from multiple parties and is contemplating them. Under consideration of the previously announced split and spinoff of the company, a transaction for the entire company, and separate transactions for its Warner Brothers and or Discovery Global business. There's also an alternative separation structure being potentially offered, which would allow for the two entities of Warner Brothers and spinoff Discovery Global to merge. David Zaslav, the president and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, said in a statement the studio has receiving interest from multiple parties, which has led to this review initiation. And news comes as Warner Brothers Discovery announced a price hike for all the plans on its HBO Max streaming services, with the ad-supported tier of $1 to $10.99 gross, the standard plan up to $150 to $18.49, and the premium plan of $2 to $22.99. That's a jump. The price increase goes into effect effectively immediately, with existing subscribers getting 30 days notice. Everybody's doing that now. Everyone's building up their prices. But Roxy, start with this. The sale, I think that you bring that up to the shareholders. Oh yeah, we're acknowledging it now. I think it's obviously been in the works. We've heard these reports. If you're going to give a percentage right now out of 100, what do you think the chances are that they're going to sell?
Oh, I have no idea because I'm so clouded by the fact that I really hope this doesn't happen, but clearly think it's going to.
Okay.
I don't know what percentage thinks that it's going to, but yeah, I think
clearly it probably pops into the 90s. If you say
no, not 90%, because you just never know.
Right.
What with disputes like this, 90% is like almost certain to me. So I don't know.
Okay, Mike, what about yourself? You got a percentage
that it happens?
Yeah,
man, I don't know, dude. I'm like Roxy. But I think I'm a little bit probably more jaded in the sense that I think our industry is in such trouble right now. It's just, I don't know, man. Everything that's going on in this world and seeing that, like I can't even, I don't know, man. Like Fox with Disney, that was such a bad idea. Like to drive around this town and see studios that were hundreds of years closed and not there. Right. And I live next to Warner Brothers. So what's this going to say, Paramount now? And it's like,
I don't think the lot's going to go anywhere, but yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it won't be the lot.
They said that about the Fox lot, and everything's moved off the Fox lot.
Yeah, it's not going to be the WB Tower anymore.
Right.
Like it's staple of like,
sure.
Like it's to the point. It's not the 80s and 90s anymore. Corporations own these studios. They're not run by executives. They're not run by creatives anymore. It's they try and find, the tax write-offs and this and that and this. It's nothing good is going to come of another studio buying it. And we talk about this, so Paramount, you'd said is, where did they become flush with cash all of a sudden? And as much as I love them, you guys know I love them, but Mission Impossible, the past 2 films have not made money.
I don't think Skydance own them. The whatever his name is, either the first or second richest man in the world bought them. And he's the one.
Skydance?
And bought and Skydance and bought Paramount. Yeah. So then he's the one that is looking into also taking over and buying Warner Bros. And that is ultimately why I think I will throw a percentage of if it's going to be sold. Now, whether it's sold to Paramount is a different percentage, but in general, I'll put it at 91% that it's going to be sold.
I'm hoping, and I don't remember any of this with Disney and Fox, the United States government, they have say in anti-monopoly laws and antitrust laws. This is them forming a monopoly. And there's reasons why that is not just for the movie studios, just corporations in general. It's why AT&T couldn't buy Verizon, or they would fight that. When you've got all the power consolidated in smaller amounts instead of spread out, that's a monopoly, and it's
different
not
world,
good for any. Look at Blockbuster, and look what happened with that. Monopolies aren't good, and I know there are people in the comments fighting well, this is better. And it's no, it's not.
Not to make this political, but Mikey, you see Donald Trump laying down the hammer on I'm not cool with Paramount buying Warner Brothers.
Oh, when did he say that?
No, I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying, Roxy. I think
see that happening.
To me, I don't, and not because of being liberal California. I see it's because he's a businessman and he loves monopolies. He loves
it's also
power grabbing and
but to play politics there, the reason why he would be okay is because the guy who owns Skydance is
a buddy.
That's
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's all politics.
Of course he's gonna. Of course.
Right.
Anyway, so we can go around. Whether the monopoly and all that stuff, I don't disagree. But as far as percentage goes, 91, because they want it to happen, and money makes the world go round, unfortunately, and that is exactly what's going to happen here. But what do you guys think? Is it going to get sold? Should it get sold? The fact that they have now openly said we want to sell this thing, man, or we're open to selling it. What do you think? Put your thoughts in there. All right, let's do this last story. Then we're going to get to TV quick. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to do this story because we don't have enough time, and I want to get to Roxy's TV. So let's get to Roxy's TV picks. So there's some really good ones on here, Rox. We're going to start with, let's see, because I'm so curious to see where you are or were with this one.
I finished.
Yes, you finished the whole thing, and
I finished Task. It's good.
You didn't love it.
No, I thought it was. Okay. It's not a top 10 show of the year for me, but I thought it was really good. And I think they stick the landing, which is really important in a show like this. Yeah, did you finish?
Yeah, they ended strong.
Yeah. When we were on the penultimate episode, I had caught up, so I thought that it was the finale, and I was like, "What?"
Crazy Penelope. That episode was crazy.
So I was really glad that we did that in the penultimate, and then we got the whole finale to really figure things out. But Tom Pelfrey's amazing. I have always loved him. I like the story. My major qualm with the show is that there was not one thing that happened that I didn't predict.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I felt like this was a very formulaic in terms of where the reveals were, when the twists were, and who was doing things that shouldn't have been doing what they were doing. From jump, I was like, oh, this person's actually this person's this is this. Huh. So that didn't make the show any less good, because the show is really well done. It just wasn't as exciting when I was right about all of this stuff, because it followed a very TV reveal structure, and was insanely well done. So great formula. They followed it to a T, and I love both these actors. So I would recommend this show to a ton of people. It's just what's preventing it from being my top 10.
I think Mike would love this show.
A lot of people would love this show. It's super easy to love because it's very well done, and there's nothing to say badly about it. It's really good.
How's this? Because I know my wife's going to be looking forward to this one.
I think this comes out this week.
Can you watch it already?
I went to the premiere.
Oh,
so
okay.
I saw the first 2 episodes of Nobody Wants This. So I've only seen the first 2. I loved season 1. Obviously this is right up my alley. Number 1, because Jew, and the amount of Jewish joy in telling an American Jewish story, I think is so important right now. Is that really funny?
I just love I love what you, I love when you're always like that, Roxy. This is for me. I'm a Jew. I love it.
Totally.
I mean,
it's a show about a rabbi. I think it's very important to understand what it is to be an American Jew right now. And without making it political, society doesn't know what the difference between certain kinds of Jews are. So I think it's really cool when we have a beautiful romantic comedy about a Jewish guy and a goy girl, and like figuring out their differences in love. And it's so witty. The first 2 episodes were awesome. What I've heard is that the rest of the season's even better, but I loved the first 2 episodes. Right. So this was one of my top 10 shows of last year, and it probably will be this year too. I can't talk highly enough about this show.
All good. Sadie will be excited. All right, next one.
Do you guys remember me talking about The Diplomat?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So season 3 dropped, and I decided to start watching last night because I was like, oh, okay, I want to make sure I'm adding a lot of stuff to Kristian's show, and I want to make sure I'm talking about all the new TV shows. So let me just squeeze in 1 episode. Before I knew it was 4 a.m, and I had watched 4 episodes of this because this show is so addicting. It is for people who love The West Wing, but also for people who loved Scandal. It's like a more soapy version of The West Wing, kind of, but it is so, you don't know what's going to happen. Talk about a show I can't predict. They make choices. I'm like, what? I love Kerry Russell. I love the Americans. I think that this show is like absolute top tier, Netflix, elite. Love it. Love it.
Okay. Next one after that.
Okay. I'm a little conflicted on Gen V because I love this universe and love the boys, but Gen V this season feels like a tee up for the boys. It feels like an assist for the boys more than just a season of Gen V. I loved Gen V season 1. So I still love these characters, but sometimes we just get so bogged down in certain plot points because we're leading to the boys. And I'm like, can't we just have a little bit more fun? This show had a lot of heavy lifting to do because one of their stars died. Right. And so they had to deal with that and write around that. And in the show, they made it so that he died. So there's also like a lot of heaviness to this show in a universe that's kind of raunchy and light sometimes. It's feeling very heavy. That being said, I still love this world. I love these characters, and I'm interested to see where they go. I think we have 1 episode left. Only Murders in the Building. I can't believe we're this many seasons deep, and it's as good as it is. I love that they're just letting Meryl Streep rip. They give her a different accent every episode and tell her to like go do an assignment. They've made her basically kind of like a spy. And so we just have full 15-minute scenes where we're watching Meryl Streep, 10-minute scenes watching Meryl Streep like put on a new character. That's not why the show is great, but that's just one aspect where I'm like, this show just has so much fun. They are messing around, and it's a joy to watch. And a lot of shows I'm watching right now are very dark, and this is just an absolute joy.
Oh, we did that one. So that's it.
There we go.
Okay. Good picks there from Roxy Stryer. We got a bunch of good ones. I did start, I don't know how many episodes am I in? 5 of Black Rabbit. I think you said that it was kind of like a fun soap opera. I think you said
I'm on also 5, Kristian. I'm not done with it yet.
So maybe, is that true? It's like 4 or 5 that I'm on. One of 2. And I remember you saying that, and it does feel like that. It's enjoyable to watch, but it's like a fun, it's like a soap opera for sure. All righty. Well, that's Roxy's TV picks. Put your thoughts in there, guys, on the Clips channel, wherever it might be. All righty, let's get to these questions. And before we even do that, I've told you so many different times so far about our good friends over at Strawberry. I've told you about Rougiette. I'll tell you about both of them. Check this out, man. One of the things I've really been excited to talk to you guys about is Strawberry.me. It really is getting past the fact that everybody has a job. You want to turn a job into your career. And this is a plan of action in order to do it. Everybody knows that you got to have a job. But a lot of people, most people want a career. It's not just something that's going to get you some cash in the bank account, but it's something that's going to make you feel good about what you're doing and you accomplish something. So if you feel like you're stuck in your job and you want to level up on your career, you really should start checking out strawberry.me. It's a career coaching service, and it helps you move up the ladder. It'll help you if it's trying to get better pay, land your job in your industry that you're passionate about. You take a quiz, and then strawberry.me is going to match you with a career coach that's best suited to help you achieve your goals. And for me, I sat down, had a conversation, and really started to analyze a lot of the things that I have done, will do, want to do, and it puts it in perspective, and it worked tremendously. You want to back and forth. You look at, okay, this is a job. This is my career. This is the thing that pays the bills. This is the thing that I'm confident about, that I like going to every day, and that I want to make work. So you got to be accountable for this stuff. And it's so important and so easy to put off important career moves without somebody to keep you on track. And that's what strawberry.me does. So head on over to strawberry.me/Kristian. You claim that special offer and get started today. That is strawberry.me/Kristian. Stop settling. Start building the career that you actually want. I'm going to paint a scenario for you. I want you to picture a bald eagle, which is standing on top of a silverback gorilla, and that's riding on top of a T-Rex. What do you think you call that? You know what you call it? Confidence. Pure confidence. And that's the kind of confidence that you need in the bedroom for that next level wolf riding besides a velociraptor in a Lamborghini through outer space type of experience. You like that? So do I. That is where Rougiette's Go Long comes in. It's not just another ED pill. It's a confidence game changer. Go Long combines 2 doctor-trusted medications in one dual-action formula to help you get hard and go the distance. Hell yeah. Plus, the effects last for up to 36 hours. That means that you can feel confident all day and night and then some on the next day, too. Getting started, it's simple. Connect with a board-certified doctor, 100% online at rugiet.com. If prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly to your door. Ready to level up your confidence in the bedroom? You head on over to rugiet.com. Use my promo code Kristian, 15% off your first order. That is rugiet.com. Use that code Kristian. Make sure to use my code so they know that I sent you. Please do. Make sure you check out both Rougiette, Strawberry, all of our wonderful sponsors here today. You really, really help out the show, and you're getting something pretty great. All right, guys, it's that moment of truth. It's the questions. You got 36. Yep, 36 thus far.
Let me ask you, Roka had what, 70 something you said?
71.
When you started the questions, do you remember what he was at?
I think around 40. So not bad. Okay. 36 you got right now.
All right.
So let's see what we can do.
But anyway.
Yeah. I always double check that too, because sometimes YouTube does this thing where I'm going to double check. I'm going to see where our first one is actually, and sometimes it's wrong. So there might be one extra, there might be one less. But the first one I got here is Ben Davis. A Ben Solo movie should be an instant green light. I thoroughly disagree, and I think Mike does too. Roxy agrees.
I disagree 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think I said I agree with that.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that you just that you want to see it.
I don't think I'm in any position to say what should be greenlit by Star Wars.
Okay.
I just said cool.
Oh, okay.
Like it.
All right. Well, then I stand corrected.
I have no idea what should be greenlit by them. I clearly have no idea. I didn't know that people thought that this didn't make sense because how would he come back? I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. Roxy's spitting truth here. I like it. Let's see. So the first one then, Disney's Strat. Yeah, that was the first one. Okay. So that we are then in the right here. Ben Davis started us off with a Ben Solo thing. Roxy, I wanted to give you an update because we did it in the air. I talked about it yesterday. Really, really great shape with the pilot right now. Final draft has been submitted to, and a lot of your, and I'll tell you this off air too, a lot of your notes were incorporated.
Great.
I'll give you one. The Walmart joke. Remember that one?
Yeah.
It's gone. That whole scene gone. So there's the
was that hard to cut?
Yes, but then when it made more sense that yesterday. Well, Saul read it yesterday, and he read the final draft of it.
Why?
Right? I wanted to get a New Yorker's opinion on it.
Oh,
about authentic stuff too, and he
I didn't mean why like that. I didn't know that he was a writer.
And he called on into the show yesterday and talked about it, and and PLD said the same thing, and again, I will absolutely. I didn't want to send it to you again because again, I know how busy you are. And I didn't want to impose on you, but if you want to read the new final, I will absolutely send it to you 100%. I would love to get your thoughts on it.
Kristian, I intend on being a big part of this project.
I know you are. I know. So like, all right, I'll send it to you because I like I said, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to assume. I'd love to. I mean, I obviously have incorporated your notes. He said, and because we were worried about how likable the main character is, and everybody has said this draft has made him more likable, and that's
cool.
Important. So.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
You got to wait till I'm done with it before you get offended by it.
Sure.
So, because you talk about it on the show, a lot of people in our space know that you're doing a pilot.
Okay.
And I keep getting asked if I've read it, and people are like, "How is it?"
Like who?
People
okay.
just like I'm going to say 5 people in our space have said, "Have you read it?" And my line is, "Don't get offended yet." My line is, "It's shockingly good." And the reason I say that is not because I didn't believe in your ability to write a good script, but just it's really hard to have a very strong pilot, and especially with the topics you're talking about, like with the theme of the show. I think people have had qualms with like industry shows sometimes. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So to make something innovative, that's my line every time. I'm like, it is shockingly good.
I am not offended by that at all.
But that's what I've been saying to people. And then people were like, what do you mean shockingly? I'm like, no, not because Kristian's not talented. It's just like when I read it, I was like, damn, that's fucking good. Like
I'm not at all. I've gotten that from, and I can tell more conversations about it when it comes down the line. I will say that there's 2 reasons. One, Martina and I work off each other very well.
Yes.
Very well. She is very funny. She is very talented.
I can feel her influence. I don't know her well, but I can feel like, yes, it doesn't feel like
she has brought that character. It is as the show should be. It is a total balance. It is not overpowered by me. The first draft that I wrote of this thing a while ago was overpowered by me. It had good structure to it, and it's what got her interested in it. But we gutted the whole thing and just took the characters, and we even changed her name. Her name was something different. And we changed it and we made it a different character in general, where she was, what her career was, all these different things. So,
yeah. Greg was asking me about it the other day, and I was like, yeah, I like really want to be involved with this, not because it's Kristian's, because I love the material.
Thank you.
And also because it's yours, but like, I really liked it. So,
thank you, Rox. Well, you have it. I have texted it to you, Mike. I didn't think you'd want to read it. So I didn't even ask you, but I mean, you don't.
I've just been an actor for 25 years, but yeah,
if you want to read it, I'd love. Okay, I'll send it to you too. I would love to get your opinion. I don't like to assume. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I get it.
What?
I was dancing and I met somebody that knows you, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Me?
Oh.
Yes. You just said I've been an actor for 25 years, and then it made me remember that I had a whole tipsy conversation about you this weekend with somebody who really likes you.
All right, well, think about that. Think about that.
Guy or girl?
I don't know in this moment.
Oh, Roxy.
Were you shit-faced?
I was very drunk.
Okay. JC.
I like shit-faced Roxy.
I wasn't very drunk. I was
Roxy's
buzzing.
a fun drunk.
I was buzzing. I was bopping around. I got like 10 texts the next day, like, you're such a blast. I was like,
you're a super fun drinker. Roxy, you watching the Rainmaker show on Peacock?
What's the Rainmaker show?
The Rainmaker was, I'm assuming it's based off of the Grisham. It was Grisham, right? Wasn't it Grisham?
Yeah.
And it's because I know Francis Ford Coppola did a version of it with Matt Damon, but I don't know if there's a TV show. Yeah.
Actor of 25 years.
So clearly Roxy is not. Veto power.
Yeah, I guess it's been that fucking long. Wow.
How about that Task finale? I don't love Ruffalo as an outspoken celebrity, but man, he can act. He was so good in that. Best show of the year after Andor, Soul Healing. I will say, after watching the whole thing, Roxy asked me last week, where do I stand? Andor or Task? I will say Andor slightly edges it out, slightly, but Task is
finale was so solid.
It was so good.
Thank goodness actually they stuck the landing, because if they didn't, then it ruins the show.
It's funny though that you say that, because I normally call out the predictability side of things. It shocked me a few times. Like,
I get that, and if it had shocked me,
then you probably would have loved it a little more.
Yeah. Like there's one character who has that major, like, I don't want to.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever.
All right. We'll talk about it off air. Wiley Todd, what's up, Wiley? I read the book that Springsteen movie is based on. I'm really hoping it's starting with him leaving the band and needing to go solo. Really excited. I don't want to tell you where it goes. You have to go check that out, but it's definitely about the solo album.
Wiley, would really try to go into this without hoping for the story that you want to be told to be told, and just try to watch the story that's being told. Because otherwise, we all have certain aspects of Springsteen that we want to see, and a lot of aspects that you want to see and that I wanted to see are not in this.
Yep. Hey, Mr. CJ. Roxanator. Rox, did I come up with that, or has that always been a thing? Roxanator.
No, I don't think anybody's called me Roxanator but you.
So I came up with that. Okay, good. Here's an interesting ghost recommendation for the CJX 2000. What Lies Beneath? Oh, you ever see that one?
What's that?
That's with Harrison Ford, and who else is in that one? Michelle Pfeiffer. But there's
Ooh,
somebody else.
I love Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Michelle Pfeiffer is the hottest person that walked the face of the earth?
No, but I think she's very attractive.
Because I think she might be the hottest person that's walked the face of the earth. Like, still to this day. She's a smoke today.
Very pretty woman.
Holy crap.
If you get my drift. All right, Ralph.
When you said pretty woman, man, everybody.
Hey, Roxy.
Hey, Ralph.
Perfect. Okay. There you go. Ralph. Thank you, Ralph. 31 to go to tie. Or to beat, Ty Roca. Eric Slaby, what are your thoughts on the Forbes list showing the profit of each Star Wars film for Disney? Solo made more than I thought. It makes even clearer that Iger dropped the ball, forcing them to release in May. I didn't see all that, but I mean, that's highly. Iger 100% dropped the ball by putting that movie out in May. He was working on an old structure. And that's where, I mean, I don't defend the Lucasfilm team much, but they were very adamant to put that thing out in December, and they should have. It would have done significantly better had you put that out in December. Significantly.
I believe you.
Yes. Ralph! Hey, Harloff, on Nolan rewatches, any opinions change on any of his movies? Ones you like more or less? Curious what you'll think of Tenet again. It's a great conversation. So I think, again, Interstellar, watching it again made me realize, we talked about this last week, I enjoyed it even more than I did in the past. Inception, just one of my favorite movies of all time, stayed the same. Prestige bumped up there a little bit more. Dunkirk was the only one, and that reaction comes out. It was supposed to come out today, but the editors are off for holidays. They'll be back on Thursday. So I think that's when it comes back, when it'll come out. Dunkirk to me is probably the only movie I've seen so far, and not by much, that I like just a little bit less than I did previously. I still love it.
Oh, whoa.
But just a little bit less.
What was the other World War II movie that I loved that came out the year that Dunkirk came out with Churchill?
1917 or 1918?
No, World War II. World War II and Churchill. What was it called?
Gary Oldman one, right?
Yeah.
Churchill.
It was called Churchill?
Yeah. Wasn't it?
Really?
I thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think it's all. No,
you're right.
All on the front, right. Or
hold on, you're right.
Yeah,
it is something else. You're right. Darkest Hour.
Darkest Hour.
Yeah.
I remember liking Dunkirk, but loving Darkest Hour.
You know what, Roxy? I think that maybe that's why. Also, because I really love that. I saw them both back to back, like days. It was like I watched Dunkirk, then I saw, or I had seen Dunkirk in the theater, and then I watched Dunkirk again, and then watched Churchill, because they work with each other.
Yeah,
like it's literally about him setting up the Dunkirk, the ships and all that. And so I remember really loving both of them at the same time. Maybe that's why, because I didn't have the counterpiece this time around. I don't know. Huh. Alexander Wilson blowing up the Chicken Man was referring to the death of Philly Mafia boss Phil Testa. That's right, who was killed by a bomb placed underneath his porch. Right, and none of that's covered. And when he's talking about it now, that's a lot of different things.
But what is talked about is the impact.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're right.
Yeah. Ralph, what is your favorite music performance? Butler, he's pretty good as Elvis. Timmy, Bob D, love that. Jeremy, Bruce, Taron, Elton, Joaquin as Cash, Remy as Freddie, and what is the best movie here? Great question. I'm gonna tell you.
Most people put Kilmer as their number one, but he's not in this.
No, he was good too.
He's not in this list though.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna take Timmy Chalamet. I'm gonna take Chalamet.
Okay, so no, I kind of think that it's Jeremy as Bruce.
Okay. And then as far as
I actually don't have a qualm with, I think that all of these performances were really solid. I think that Rami's Freddie Mercury gets a lot of heat now, but because of the teeth, I thought that he knocked it out of the park. But no, I think that vocally, performance wise, it's Jeremy.
It's pretty good. I don't know if he did. I know that there was a couple of times that they actually play Bruce throughout the movie.
Yeah, never when we're seeing Jeremy.
No.
But yes.
No. Yeah. Okay. So best movie. Oh man. I haven't seen Walk the Line in so long. I remember really liking it.
That, Kristian. I remember I loved that movie, so it might be that, but it's been forever since I watched it.
And I'm like one of the few people that loved. I loved the Freddie Mercury movie. I love that.
Bohemian Rhapsody. I loved.
Yeah, me and you always defended it against Serena. Yeah, I remember. So I don't know.
I like every one of these movies.
Me too. And Ray is another one too that should be in there, by the way. Too.
Good call.
Luke James 1, seeing Frankenstein on Friday in cinema. Excited. I missed. Well, I didn't really look out for any of the screenings, so I'm just going to wait until it hits the Critics' Choice app, and then I'll watch it there, and then I'll do my immediate reaction for it.
I missed this too.
You didn't see it either, right?
No. I heard good things.
I heard really good things. Okay, 44 right now as Mike and Roxy try to dethrone Roca with a full-on UAP conversation yesterday on the show, Rox, with me.
With Roca?
Yeah, me, Roca, and Latak Peter.
Has Roca gotten into it?
No, he tweeted out about the Age of Disclosure documentary, and he had tweeted something about it. So we went very.
What did he tweet?
Go look, but it was like
he saw it.
He saw it. He was skeptical about it for certain reasons, and then he kind of took the side of it, the fact that because there was right-leaning politicians that how serious he could take it, he doesn't know. And I was like, this is a bipartisan topic, and then it started to go on social. I was like, you know what, we'll talk about this on Monday, and we did, and it was a good conversation. So, okay, Nathan Drake, would you rather see Tatum or Jeremy Allen White nominated? Now we're gonna have two different opinions here, Roxy and I. Because she's going to take Jeremy Allen White, and I'm going to take Tatum.
When I hear Tatum, I think Jason Tatum. What is this about?
Channing Tatum for Roofman. Did you either one of you guys see that yet?
I haven't seen Roofman, so I can't say.
So good. Love that movie.
I immediately went to the Celtics and thought I'd rather see him not injured than anything else on the planet Earth. So that's my choice for nominations.
Fair. Jake, had to cut my phobic racist dad in my life recently. Your videos mean the world to me, Kristian. Also love you, Roxy. Yeah, Jake, you'd let us know that yesterday. I'm so sorry that's the case, and I'm glad that we were able to, bring a smile to your face.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, and we all love Roxy. Eric Slaby, Star Wars might be the easiest IP to bring a dead character back. In my opinion, Kylo was the sequel character fans liked the most. I don't disagree with that. I would have liked to see how they dealt with Ben being alive and the repercussions. Look, I think the other thing that Mike and I would both agree on is even if they decided to make that movie and Soderbergh did it, and they did it in a way that you're like, oh, okay. Like as where I was explaining about how they did it so poorly with Palpatine. If they did it in a way you're like, oh shit, they really made me believe that. It would have been a tough thing, but with those writers and that director, I mean, you never know.
Yeah,
Mike was going to say something. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing for me. It's just like if that happens, Harloff, I can't speak for you, but I think of the same way as me. It's like I'll go see it and I'll enjoy it. And I'm like, holy crap! I'm glad to be wrong. It's not like some of these people out there where it's just like you're redoing something I don't want. Fuck you and the filmmakers. Right. I bring back the other thing I want. Like no, if they do it and it's done well, and I'll go and I was like, oh man, I'm wrong. I'm glad I saw that movie. That's great.
Is Adam Driver a creator? Has he? I just don't know. Does he write?
I have no idea.
Oh,
no idea. Well, he's certainly not writing this. Eric Slaby, I do get why Disney didn't do this Star Wars film, but it could have been interesting with that team behind. I don't think anybody on this panel disagrees with that. It could be interesting with that team. Hopefully they come back for a different Star Wars film. I mean, I don't think Adam Driver could, but they certainly could. Josh Vaskovich, disappointing that the movie isn't getting made. I think that isn't getting raved, but I won't change my love for Bruce. Saw him last week at the Forum. Far exceeded my years of expectations. Roxy, how many times did you see him in concert?
Twice.
Okay, same. Did you go? When did you go? You went.
I went with. It's the last thing my mom and I ever did together.
I remember that.
So that was in 2011 at the Boston Garden, and then I went last year with at Gillette Stadium with my siblings who had never gotten to see him and love him the way that I did. So
that's
both shows that I went to see him at were like the most meaningful moments of my life. It's unfair because that's why he tops every. I got this at the last show that the one I went to in 2011.
Cool. Yeah, that's right.
You went twice where?
I went twice. I think 2010 I went in Anaheim.
Cool.
And it was a great show at the Honda Center. And then I went. I want to tell you it was right before I left. I was at California, so I think it must have been early 2024. With Andrew Freed, we went. So I think that's one.
Remember, he was sick, and then he kept having to push his shows.
Right.
And so I was supposed to go out here as well that year, and then something happened. And
I'm pretty sure it was like early 2024. I was like, it was one of the. It was because Andrew was like, I want to see you before you leave, and he's like, hey, do you want to go see Springsteen? I was like, yes. Do I ever?
So cool. So cool.
Yeah. Alexander Wilson. Maureen Ryan of Vanity Fair says her Lucasfilm source said that when Iger came back, he quietly killed those 3 movies announced at 23 Celebration, which included the Ray movie. This fits that. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you that there's no world where that Chinoy movie is getting made. There's no world.
Oh, the Ray movie you think is done?
I think
what do you call it, Kristian? The Chinoy?
What's her name? Sinead
Abed Chinoy.
Abed Chinoy. Yeah.
Wait, I don't actually know what you guys are saying. It's
director.
Oh.
She directed a lot of Ms. Marvel and other things. But
she was supposed to do a Ray movie.
Yeah, they announced her, brought her up on stage, and there's no world where she's going to do it. But I do think that what they're doing is whoever, Mike. I think to answer that question, I think that they're setting up Ray. I think she's going to make a cameo in Starfighter. And then I think that's going to play into Simon Kinberg's trilogy. Now, Simon Kinberg's not going to direct the trilogy. He's going to produce it and write a lot of it. Whoever's directing, maybe she directs one of the movies inside of the trilogy. I highly doubt it. But her standalone movie will now be part of this trilogy, if I was going to guess.
When is Starfighter? Not in our world, in Star Wars world.
It takes place, I think, 5 years after Rise of Skywalker. I think.
So Rey being in it makes sense.
There's already rumors that she's going to be in it. Yeah,
that's cool.
Mike Joyce. Mike, why'd you curse Steph with your poopy internet? Yeah, Mike's internet's been decent lately. Did you get an upgrade?
No, I told you it's not the internet; it's the computer.
It's better.
Like I was using my old desktop. Now I'm using my laptop.
It looks better. The lighting's better. Yeah. I can make fun of you for a lot of things, not this.
What's up with Steph's internet?
It does this thing. It's funny. Doesn't happen when we're recording our reactions. But live, she freezes at least 4 times a show.
Wow, it's frustrating.
And I'm not there for that. Damn it.
I know.
Dude, are you watching her YouTube channel?
It's really good.
Oh, how fun is that?
She's she's just showing her personality, which is great.
She's a star. She's a star.
Yeah, she's the best. Tim Sim. What's up, great Tim Sim? Buddy of mine DM'd me after this news was posted, said that everyone say sorry to Michael Eisner because Iger is a now certified hack. As a fan of 2 out of 3 of the sequel trilogy and from sequel trilogy fans, I know this is a bummer regarding Ben Solo. I'll have to come back to that in a second because it'll continue on. Gopal, I'd say Birth of a Nation, but maybe coming back. Yeah, nothing is dead. Nothing is dead. And that almost came back, a little while ago too. Remember Blind Date with Bruce Willis? Yes. Probably haven't seen it in 35 years, but in my dim memory, it was hilarious. Yes, Kim Basinger. It was a very famous movie at the time. Continuing Tim Sims' generous super chat here. It really sucks, but at this point, what happened with the sequels has already happened, and it's not worth being angry over again, especially for me. Got to move on. What post-sequel Star Wars will be like? More Mando, and Grogu, and other upcoming Star Wars stuff. So
I think Mando and Grogu is a one-off movie. I don't think we'll ever get another movie in that.
No. I think so. He knows that too, but he's saying like you got to like
dead after.
Do you think he's
not dead?
Nah.
No.
Oh,
I know what you're saying. No, it's not dead.
I mean that's look. I don't think any one of us here thinks that movie is going to make $1 billion. I think it gets lucky. If it's lucky, it does 550. If it's lucky.
How much is it costing?
I think like 150. It's like the cheapest Star Wars movie, like compared. I mean, in today's standards, it's super cheap. But if it does make $1 billion, which again, the possibility of that is 4%. But if it makes $1 billion, you can bet your ass that they're either going to do a sequel or they're going to do, another season of it, which most likely will be a sequel. But
even if it makes 800,
right? If it does that well, it makes them that money off 150. But they're just looking to make their money back. That's what people don't understand. They just want to make their money back because the streaming would have lost them more money if they did another series.
The most important thing about Tim Sim's comment here, though, by far, is you are so right, my friend. It is not worth being angry over. Right. I love the mindset. Yeah. None of this is worth being angry over.
No, just let it go. Just, seriously.
As Bruce Lee says, be like water.
Oh. All right. Thank you, Tim, for those wonderfully generous questions. Always great hearing from you, my friend. Battery, Tron and Indy, both deceased IPs. Generation behind. Again, no, not deceased. You guys got to stop using that word. Damaged, completely in limbo, hurt,
struggle bus,
struggling, hanging on, life support. Sure, nothing is dead. Yeah, I mean, look, a Kaiser Soze movie with Kevin Spacey will probably never happen. Tim Sim, P.S. There he goes. Regarding Tron Ares, saw it. It was fine. It was not as disastrous as I feared, but clearly lacked the Kaczynski touch. Agreed. Bad luck for Disney letting him and his third Tron movie go with Top Gun Maverick and F1 and the high budget problem. It was his first movie, ever. The little feature film anyway. He cut his teeth there. But yeah, they should have tried to get him back at least and not done the movie until they got him. Telling that story. Battery. Old Iger has lost his fastball if he ever had it. Did he though? You haven't seen a lot of the movies yet so far that he's done. Especially they haven't put a Star Wars movie out, guys, since 2019.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's so much time to not have a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Would you have guessed that in 2019? What would you have said the next year?
I would have said if they don't make another movie in 4 years. If I paid $4 billion for it and Marvel puts out 1 to 3 movies a year, right? And they can continuously try. And I spent this money on it. It's paying off and then some. Star Wars, so far, out of the 5 movies I've put out in the theater, 4 of them, as you mentioned before, Roxy, have made over $1 billion, right? And then let's just stop making them because we keep losing directors. We keep losing writers. We can't put anything together. We're supposed to put it out in 2022. We lose the directors. Someone is getting fired. Like they put out
crazy.
They put out a Indiana Jones movie for $350 million it cost to make. It eats it. No one gets fired. There's got to be pictures of Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy's hard drive somewhere. Has to be. I don't get it. Screwface John, I think within the next 50 to 20 years, the pushback on AI will look antiquated and the people who push back will be called fossils. Yeah. I think more people will embrace than pushback the pushback as time goes on. It's spooky out here. It's pretty insane. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, it's not just about the entertainment industry. It's AI taking jobs from everyone. It's not like it. I think AI should be used to cure cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not anti-AI. Put it out there to cure cancer. What's up?
It's like the plot of Tron.
Said it's the plot of Tron. Yeah, no, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Kind of. Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, use AI to cure cancer, not fucking make a movie. Like,
no, yeah, it's all gonna happen.
I don't think people are gonna be looked at as fossils necessarily because right now the product's still not that good.
Right.
So
did you see Sora yet?
Did I what?
Have you seen Sora?
What it's done in like a couple years?
Have you seen what Sora's done so far?
No.
It's
good?
I would take away the product is not good.
From what I've seen, from the AI like movie little shorts and things that I've seen, they're not that enticing. So I think it's easy to push back against something that's not as good.
I think Rox, it's going to lower what people think is good. Like
I want to see Sora.
People are going to see stuff, and you're going to be like, okay, that's cool. There are people that think it's awesome, but like when you look at it from your metric of what you're gauging is good and what's not, I think people just be like, looks awesome, looks cool.
Yeah, it's just not interesting to me. It's not
to me either. It's not like I can instantly tell something's AI no matter how good it is. You can just tell.
Maybe that makes it me a fossil.
Again,
it doesn't. No.
Sora again, like I said,
Harloff, you know me. Whenever I see one of those old ladies getting knocked over with the fucking t-shirt cannon, I'm laughing my ass off. But I know it's AI.
Mm-hmm.
That shit it's AI. Like when I see Stephen Hawking doing a half pike, at a skateboarding competition.
What am I looking at with this, Kristian?
Just look at the clip.
I'm looking at it, but why are there so many lines on his face?
It's a VHS. It's like a 1980s VHS.
Oh, I see. I saw this.
Yeah.
At most restaurants, you get charged for extra eggs, a glass of wine.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the Bob Ross ones, right? Have you seen the Bob Ross ones?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're funny, but it's like that's Bob Ross, man. You can't be doing shit like that with him.
Let's move on. Mike's Movie Madness. Saw After the Hunt last night to basically an empty theater. Yeah, it ate serious poops. Pretty good. About 20 minutes too long, but Julia for sure will be nominated. Such a different role for her. I was shocked by it. I think she carries the movie. I think that it is one of her best performances maybe ever. The question is the same question I had that I asked Roxy when it came to Jeremy Allen White. The movie is just not being very well received by both critics and audiences, and that does have an effect with voters.
What is it standing at Rotten Tomatoes right now? I'm looking.
47 or something. Maybe.
Okay, so that's very different than the Bruce movie.
Totally. Bruce is what with critics?
It was at 67 when I looked last night.
67, right?
So 67's fresh.
Yeah, but still, both of them not great. Not great. In two movies,
After the Hunt is a 40 on the tomato meter and a 35 on the popcorn meter.
It's eaten, and it ate serious shit it made like $1.7 million or something. Eric Slaby,
the Bruce Springsteen movie is not going to do well box office wise.
It'll do well on the East Coast. I don't think it'll do.
It has a 71 on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Okay, it's a pretty dog. Eric Slaby. Am I in the minority for not really being a fan of the Avatar movies? They look cool, but overall are mess stories. You're not the minority. There are a lot of people who feel that way. I think the phenomenon with the Avatar movies are that people can't help but watch them in the theater.
I think about them. I've seen them both.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the plot of either of them, but I go to see them. Like it's a phenomenon. You go to see these movies in the theater.
Would you say you're a fan?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I would.
Not at all.
I'm definitely a fan too. So Kristian, if you're not in the minority, you're in the majority. So you think that Eric is in the majority?
No, I think he's in the minority. I think maybe. I mean, yeah, I guess when you put it that way,
I can't tell what I think. I can't tell whether you and I are in the majority or in the minority. With Avatar,
well, clearly with $2 billion every time it makes money, it's like
okay.
I don't know how much the minority is for you. And
you asked me what if I'm a fan of them.
Yeah,
because this question just says he's not really being a fan, and I'm definitely a fan, and I know.
Okay, Rox, what are you a fan of it? Like what makes like why are you? You're sitting there saying you're a fan, but you just like a movie. Like
for me, I
enjoyed it. I didn't walk out going that sucked, but I'm like
it emotionally gets me every time. Emotionally, and I think maybe even for the last one, more so for me than Roxy, but the parental part of it really got.
Okay, Harloff, here's a good example for me. I'm looking at you talk about this movie, like Dune 2 to you and Dune. I know you love those movies. You're involved. Like you've never talked about Avatar unless an Avatar movie's up. It's not.
Well, maybe Avatar.
Maybe not with you. But I've talked about it quite often.
Okay.
He loves Avatar more than I do. Him and Steph are two like big Avatar fan.
Now, Steph, I know, is a big Avatar person.
I think the audience would say that I talk about it a lot, but maybe not to you,
Hey,
which
maybe
is
I still
fair.
pay attention to you.
That's fair.
I'll listen to you.
And what's your name again? All right, go pal. They did lock the Warner Brothers and their sister Dot in the water towers for years. Okay, maybe they did. I am Savvy Mike 96 TV. What's up, Savvy Mike? At the dentist, pray for me. My wife has to go to the dentist. She does not like the dentist. And aliens are real. I know because I had an encounter with one. Well, you can't leave with that. What is it? Craziest night of my life. It was so surreal. Tell us the story. Mike Joyce. Zoloff should be a pariah if he sells Warner Brothers to Netflix. That won't happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah.
Is Netflix on the table?
Yeah.
Are they?
You said that? Wow, I missed that.
Fuck no.
Not in that. No, you didn't miss it.
No.
You didn't miss it. It wasn't mentioned in this article, but it has been talked about.
Fuck off.
Eric Slaby,
well,
have you guys?
Thing I'll say about that is that I'm just blanking on his name right now. The head of Netflix,
Sardos?
Ted Sarandos.
Sarandos?
Ted Sarandos. The creators love him.
Yeah,
I honestly think that Netflix creatively would be a better move than Paramount.
I ain't saying. I actually like creatively. I think I actually agree that creatively it would be better for them. But the question is, how does it work for theater releases?
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Billy.
You guys think creatively Netflix is a better choice where they are known for saying F theatrical, we're not doing theatrical. And filmmakers like Scorsese, all those guys that have been Warner Brothers for years, like you think like that
Scorsese did a movie with Netflix.
Yeah, I know. But
I have to assume that if Netflix was interested, it would be partially because they wanted to get more into theatrical, which we have seen them do in different ways. And
I don't think it would change their theatrics.
I'm just talking about in terms of the product.
Yeah.
I trust Ted Sarandos so much more just because of how the creators have talked about him. We don't know who
the creative team is over at Paramount right now. I am Savvy Mike. Oh wait, sorry. The House of Guinness. Did you see House of Guinness? That was the other one.
No, I still haven't watched it.
I hear good things. Is there Eric Slaby?
I've heard good things too.
Yeah. I am Savvy Mike says, and Kristian, season 2 of Peacemaker made me cry.
What part?
You got to ask him. And he said, and the theme song was amazing. So he's a big fan. I've heard there seems to be a lot of fans. I went and watched. I watched Eleanor the Great. Have you watched it yet, Rox?
No, it was great. I don't get the screeners.
I think that's available now, though.
Oh,
I think so. Ralph says, Roxy, I agree with you. People need to know there's a difference between Jewish people and Israelis. I hate how people cramp everyone into one. Respect.
Yeah, and it's not just those two groups of people, but yes, I just think a lot of things get conflated and confused, and I understand why. For lack of better words, Jews are having a little bit of a PR crisis themselves right now. We need the Kathleen Kennedy, Jared Leto same treatment of we need a good publicist.
Well said. RQMD SMD support for Roxy, Mike, and Mike's dogs. Great show today, guys. Thank you.
Mike, what's the name of that dog that was on your lap?
That's Samson.
Oh,
Samson. Gorgeous.
Well, Samson might have gotten you close. If you're 20 away from time. Well, 20 away from winning.
The best. He's a little baby psycho.
You guys get us above the hump. Mike will make out with Samson.
Oh yeah, Mike Joyce. Who knew it was so easy to rob the Louvre? What is that?
They robbed the Louvre. Yeah, they did.
That?
It's a jewel robbery.
Oh, was there? I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody in real life robbed
the Louvre?
Real life, they robbed the Louvre.
I missed that. Wow.
Yeah.
I know they did. Michael Deglar, somehow Ben Solo returned. Exactly. Yeah. Battery, what's a goy girl? No thanks on Ben Solo. Bit lame.
A goy girl. A goy is just a non-Jew. So a shiksa would be the name of a non-Jew for a woman always, but a goy girl would be it's not a mean term. It just means non-Jew girl.
I am Two Fly Cam. Chair Company is impressive on HBO. Funny and creepy. I don't know it.
No, I don't watch Chair Company either.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I'm sorry. Okay. Rafts, UK Raft, and Task is top tier. Sure is. Go Pal. I think Team America, Matt Damon every time. I think everybody does. That's what Matt Damon.
Mike said it out loud.
Yeah. Rafts, UK Raft, and haven't been so pressed for a TV show in a while. My wife and I were really locked in. Sean McCabe.
Sadie loved it.
Yeah, she really did. Sean So I'm brother. How are you? Kristian, Mike, Roxy, very happy to see you. I miss you guys here. Where you been? Been crazy busy. Anyone see The Last Frontier? Great. That's the one. Wait, The Last Frontier is who's in that one? The Apple show. Kristian, very excited for what you've got lined up.
They sent me all this stuff. And I haven't. I'm eating it right now.
That's the one with yes. Roka just interviewed. What's this? Jason. Shoot. What's his name?
The Last Frontier comes to Apple TV.
Yes.
They sent me all this stuff. Okay, let's see. I'll tell you guys about it.
Right. What's his name? Jason.
With Jason Clarke.
Right.
Who is Frank Remnick, the lone U.S. Marshal in charge of the quiet, rugged barrens of Alaska.
Right.
And
yeah.
They sent me this dope Yeti thing. It's very
Roxy, you got to put me in touch with these people because I need to. I got to do the interviews with some of these people too because I saw Roka had interviewed Jason Clarke. I said, I'd love to talk to Jason.
Jason Clarke's the man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Good
get for Roka. Hell yeah.
Hey, Mr. CJ, do you feel Tulsa King season 3 is a slow burn?
No.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet, so can't say.
I don't mean no, like slow burns can't be good. You
just don't think it is.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Joshua Spencer, I'm really enjoying the Demon Slayer watch-alongs. Thank you. I don't think I'd ever watch a show if not for them. I'm really enjoying it. I really, really like the show a lot. I'm excited. We're gonna finish it. And I said it on the yesterday's recording. It hasn't come out yet, but I said, even though this, I said to myself, I said, is this show making me lose a lot of money? Yes, it is. But am I still gonna finish it? Yes, I will.
It's with Winston, right?
Yeah.
How is he with reactions?
Great.
I pitched him to reject so many times because I just thought he would be for the last year. I just thought he would be a gangster with reactions because I love the way that he like reacts to things, sees things.
Don't steal him from me.
Well, I don't think rejects hasn't added anybody in 2 years. So,
Claiborne Davis, with all you being performers, do you get performance anxiety at all? If so, do you deal with it as a musician? It's somewhat we deal with it, and I was curious how others manage it. I mean. Look, I mean, there's always like that thing that's there, and maybe this performance, I don't know, but there's always like that thing. It's to me, it was like that. It was that right about the light the fuse type feeling. Anytime I went out, whether it was in front of 15 people, whether it was 1,500 people, it was still like, let's go. So I liked being there. And I don't know if you guys, it's different from stand-up comedy and I guess is in live performances and acting too, because you're in acting, you're performing the scripts and you're thinking as the character and doing those things. So, but it's different. And I don't know how to explain this. And I may have said this before in the air. And I think other comedians feel this way too. Something that it unlocks for me anyway, a sixth sense thing that don't have ever unless I'm on stage. And it's a really weird thing. I am able to, like right now I'm thinking and speaking. When I'm on stage, I am speaking and thinking at the same time. Like I can be speaking and I can hear all of my thoughts as I'm speaking. And I can't do that normally, only when I'm on stage. I'm able, it's a really weird thing. Like I'm able, when I'm on stage and I'm performing, it's like I can hear my thoughts and everything that's going on and where to go next and all that as I'm speaking. And I cannot do that in regular life. I just don't know how to do that. Like right now there's just me talking, then I'll stop. Oh, say bagels. Like that came after me talking. So it's a weird thing. I don't know.
Mike?
Two things. Like one, if I'm not nervous before I do something, I either an audition or I go into a room or we start something's wrong. Like I like to feel the pit of my stomach kind of like get butterflies and nerves. It means I'm
right.
present.
Right.
It gets to the point sometimes where I'm like, I can't do this. I can't go into this room. I can't do it. This way. If I don't have to do it, I won't do it. But, yeah, like, I don't like, but then it goes away. Like Schmodown, anytime I had to come out on stage for something, there's always that nerves coming out. But then once the minute you're there
and the audience just kind of, and it just
flips and I'm just kind of like, it just adds to me. Yeah. I will say this, TV's a little different. Because you're waiting around, you're not doing anything, waiting around, and then you got to go. But then you're like, there are hundreds of people looking at me right now,
right?
And if I fuck this lineup, we're fucked, and we reset,
right?
And it sucks. So it's a different thing. It's there.
Rock.
I always same exact answer as Mike, where I love to feel that anxiety, the butterflies. This is how I knew I didn't enjoy doing stand-up comedy because.
Oh, right.
It didn't feel like that. I felt sick. I didn't feel excited.
You did good.
I not to be a bit. I know I did a decent job. It was a different kind of nerves where it felt like anxious, like when you're going to a funeral, not like when you're going to a party.
It's funny.
Like,
You're not the first person I've ever heard say that.
Yeah. So like, I think it depends. So yes, I get anxiety, but now that I've experienced like that other kind, I get a good anxiety, not a bad anxiety from performance. Also, Mike, I figured out who it was that I met that knew you. It was actually a couple that knew you.
Oh.
Her name is Shannon Fitzpatrick. Do you know who that is? She's a stunt woman.
Yeah.
And she did water. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
We were dancing our face off together.
Oh, Fireside Reviews says Jared Leto has never been a box office draw. True. Look at his movies. Good or not, he's never been a leading man. Also, look at his picks as an actor. I don't think anybody disagrees with you. Johnny Patrizia, the Bon Scott biopic. This kid from Harvest Road is what I'm waiting for. I don't know what that is. You know what that is?
What?
I don't know what that is.
Bon Scott. I don't know who that is.
The kid from Harvest Road.
I don't know.
Is that a street down the street from you, Johnny? Was he a random kid?
Maybe. Josh Vaskovich. Kristian, Bruce did 2 shows at the Forum last April. Is that where last April? Last what?
When did you leave?
I left in May. Is that where I went? Maybe
Bon Scott served as a second lead singer of AC/DC from 1974 until his death. There we go.
There you go. How do I not know that? I love AC/DC. How dare
I like them a lot too, but they've never been a top band for me.
I always think of Argus.
What's the Harvest
Forum?
thing?
Because Kristian Bruce did 2 shows at the Forum last April.
Oh, I'm still on the other one.
Okay. Johnny Patrizia. Has Steph seen The Warriors? It came to mind after watching Commander Reaction and seeing David Patrick Kelly. I would probably put $1,000 on the fact she hasn't. After this is over, we're going to record The Running Man with Arnold. Alexander
How does she like Commando?
She loved it. Alexander, she's great to do reactions with too, by the way. She's amazing.
She's been doing them for so many years.
I know. She's great. I still get comments on they're like, oh my God, when did she start being on this channel? Like 5 years ago. Alexander Wilson. On one of the Disney earnings call, they said they are putting.
Welcome.
Yes, absolutely you.
She's one of the only people that have gifted you that I feel like, let's go.
100%. She was a rock.
That's okay. You've gifted me everything else.
No, you definitely gave us stuff. They said they are putting Mando in theaters because they wanted to condition the fans to watch Star Wars in theaters.
That's not.
I mean, sure. Okay, but that's really not the total truth behind it. It's because they want to make their money back in the same way that they did for Moana. I mean, I wish they would have said that too. But
you're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. We're at 62. You guys are just 10 away from winning.
Did you see The Rock put out that Make-A-Wish video this last week?
No. What was it?
Oh my God. I sat weeping at my phone. It was this boy that loves him. And then like he went to meet him. He was a Make-A-Wish kid and they did a bunch of stuff together. But the kid, when The Rock was leaving, was like, would you sing Moana to me? And The Rock just sits there and sings. And I was just like,
wow,
bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
It was the most beautiful thing.
Oh my God.
I
love
just,
that. Wow. Mike's Movie Man is, hey, Kristian, are you seeing Shelby Oaks this week? Very excited to see horror get stuck in my eyes and super proud of Chris for getting this opportunity. I don't know if I'm going to see it. But I will say this. He was one of the inspirations of starting this Kickstarter in the first place. Reached out to him about an interview to have a conversation. He had written back because he heard when I'm in New York, I'd love to do it, whatever. And then he's probably slammed. Reached out to him when he was in New York. Didn't hear back. Shit happens. So I wish him nothing but the best. Hope the movie does very well, obviously. And like I said, I've been using him as an example for one of the reasons why I wanted to do this pilot. So I
can't wait to see this. I want to get my butt to the theater. You know, I worked with Chris for a very long time.
Oh yeah, Screen Junkies,
yeah. And
I root for him.
I kind of root for anybody who's able to do with what he was able to do. Like I want that for you so bad, Kristian. It just is unbelievably cool when fans support people that they've been following for that long. Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, like this whole channel, and people, they might go, "Oh my God!" When I launch, it's all it's going to be is me talking about this thing to get it because I believe in it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's part of your dream.
Yeah.
I get so I try not to look at the comments anymore, but I get so annoyed with people when Chris don't criticize bad movies. Stuckman. He doesn't review things he doesn't like anymore. That is his line. He doesn't like to review things that he hates. That doesn't mean he doesn't criticize movies. He criticizes movies he loves all the time. He just doesn't review them. And I think that fans are so annoying about that.
Ralph. Hey, Stryer, why does your wallpaper say wood, who, what, where's my brain hurts? What? Oh, from the Hollywood thing. I see.
Because I love wood.
Oh. Go, pal. Rolled up a truck to the Louvre and took the French crown jewel in 8 minutes, then disappeared on motorbikes.
That's insane.
That's insane.
That's insane.
Yeah. Go, pal. I want to go on an adventure with Go, pal. Eclipse. When people talk about the greatest sci-fi fantasy franchises, people talk about Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Trek. What do you think Avatar needs to be included in the conversation? It's a fantastic question. You got to get people like Mike on board with going, you know what? I can see Mike going, look, let me tell you. I'm going to say something I didn't want to say, and I thought about it. The first two, I told you about it. I gave you my thoughts. But this third one, I don't know, man. This one did it for me. Like, that's what I want to see.
Story, right, Mike?
But here, no, it's not even that. It's.
Oh.
I admire the visual mastery that goes into it. When I saw Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, I saw myself as Luke Skywalker. Like, there's no one in these Avatar movies where I'm like, I need to be Jake Sully, I need to be Neytiri, I need to be Quaritch. Like, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's amazing what they make, but there's just not that connection with me on any level.
You like Star Trek?
I love what Star Trek stands for. I've enjoyed them. I love what I think they don't know what to do with Star Trek.
Okay.
So there's no concrete vision of anything. I think it's just throwing spaghetti at the wall. Sometimes stuff sticks. Like what J.J. Abrams did with Trek, that needs to be studied because he brought people. You talk about Avatar. He brought people to Star Trek that hated Star Trek. And again, some Star Trek diehards hated that one, but it opened it up and brought people in. So,
okay. I think that's
if they would have stayed on the path of that first movie and not done Khan and done some other things, we would be seeing the sixth film with Chris.
Let's stay on the path. We have 4 minutes and 62 questions. Chaz,
oh my God, we're almost there. We got to just do.
I know. Chad Powers is a show that shouldn't work, but it's funny as hell. Great bro humor and Glenn Powell rocks. I gotta check it out.
Me too. I'm surprised that I haven't. I will.
Yeah. Go, pal. Jason Clarke and tons of things, but never got a name. He is one of those guys. He's really, really good, and I hope he does start to get more notice.
But I'd rather be him than Jared Leto.
True.
Yeah.
John Darius, what are your thoughts if Apple gets Warner Brothers? They give such great master shows so far. They'd be a great pick. Also, thank you all for being a positive highlight for many of us for the week. John, thank you very much for saying that.
Apple would.
I'd be cool
better
with
than Netflix. Yeah,
I'd be cool with both.
I actually don't agree with that. You guys know I'm a huge Apple.
You are. Yeah.
I love Apple, but Apple's content is all celebrity driven.
Yeah.
That's what they do. And on top of that, I don't think it's great for the industry for a tech company to own Warner Brothers.
All right. Well said. Ralph, you walk into a theater, there are 4 new films for playing. There's a new Nolan. There's a new Scorsese. There's a new Tarantino. There's a new Spielberg. What are you seeing? You don't know anything about the movie. All right. Well,
Nolan.
Well, so here's the thing. Because we already know what Nolan's next one is, and we know what Spielberg's next one is. But if we don't know anything about the movie, then I agree with Roxy. Right now, I'm taking Nolan.
I'm gonna go Tarantino.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Josh Vashkovich.
Good question.
It was a great question. Roxy, do you have recommendations, or would you yourself be willing to explain the whole? Oh my God, perceptions. Josh, I love you. I love you to death. And I'm so happy that you put
all right, let me take this in the last 2 minutes of the show. Let me just explain.
and it's too much. We don't
give us Jews versus Palestine for dummies, Rox.
So Josh is very kind to you, and I really appreciate
you for the question. I appreciate you wanting to learn. And there are other platforms that I definitely think. But thank you for being willing to ask the question. I don't mean to insult. It's just in no world in 90 seconds do I have this.
Right. Go, pal. Love the show Chicago Code. I don't know that one. Not sure.
Is it like Chicago Fire, but is it part of that franchise?
I don't know. And someone says shocked I didn't know about the ACDC. Me too.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, my brain's been going out on me with names. So there you go. Okay, 64 so far with just a little bit left here to try to cover it. Let me get to the last one. Excuse me. Okay, we got GoPal with some support. Thank you. And then GoPal with another one. So all right, so 64 guys couldn't get to Roca, but hey,
man,
it was a hell of a battle. So guys, Roxy, where can I find you?
You guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Stryer. And then seriously, Josh, if you want more on that, I do talk live at the Roxy about more things like that. So youtube.com/Roxy Stryer. That's every Wednesday and Sunday.
Mike Kalinowski, where can they find you?
At Mike Kalinowski.
That's easy. Guys, thank you for being here. Really appreciate Roxy and Mike being here. Appreciate the kind words Roxy said as far as surprisingly good.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I
shockingly
was not,
good.
Shockingly. I was not.
It is even shockingly great.
Not even at all. I like having people be surprised. So we are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify. We're on everywhere you can find podcasts. Got a lot of news coming up with the pilot. I'll let you guys know soon. Go to the Clips channel. Please do that. Got a couple of reactions coming up in the next couple of days. I have my Out of the Theater reaction for Springsteen up there now. And that's it, guys. Again, one more here from GoPal. Tarantino has made so few movies, but all great. Yeah, 100%. This is true. All right. We appreciate you. We'll be back here tomorrow. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Where is it? Oh, there it is.